Welcome to this training for JA in a Day. First, our mission and history. JA's mission is to inspire and prepare young people to succeed. Junior Achievement began in 1919 to inspire students to learn the economics of life through free enterprise education. We are the world's largest youth development organization dedicated to educating students about work readiness, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy through experiential and hands-on programming. Why volunteer for JA? Is to inspire youth, offer a role model to youth, and to help prepare our future workforce. It's to develop your leadership and public speaking skills in a low pressure environment. And if you're volunteering with a group, to foster team building and networking among business professionals. Here are some of the challenges we're trying to address. 20% of US students will not complete high school on time or earn a diploma. 49% of US employers recognize that talent shortages may impact their business. 36% of Americans say they have at some point felt that their financial lives were out of control, and 90% of millennials wish they had greater access to entrepreneurial education when they were in school. For the organizations providing volunteers, here are what some HR execs have had to say. 88% say that volunteering has had a positive impact on their organization. 65% say that employees benefit through increased skills, and 62% say that it's had a positive impact on their organization's reputation. I'll read a couple of quotes of what volunteers are saying. It was great to hear all the kids' ideas and see them draw connections between class concepts and their own lives. And I don't get to work with kids very often, and it's super rewarding to be able to make an impact on them. A quick J in a Day overview. J in a Day is focused at the elementary or middle school levels. It's when we deliver our programs in one day to all the students at the school. Sometimes it's sponsored by one company or organization that provides all of the volunteers, but often it's sponsored by several companies and organizations to provide volunteers for each event. And the nice thing about J in the Day is that it requires only one day of volunteer time. Here are our programs at each grade level. As you can see, for the elementary school grades, we have one program for each grade. And then for middle school, we have 3 programs. Usually we deliver economics for success at the 6th grade level, global marketplace for 7th graders, and then it's my future for 8th graders. Our program materials come in self-contained kits for each program. The materials are hands-on, experiential, and promote active learning. Our materials are visually appealing. And then for the volunteer, we have easy to use lesson plans in the volunteer guide. Here are some expectations for the volunteer and the teacher. For the volunteer, we ask that you complete orientation, which you're doing right now, so thank you very much. We ask that you be prepared by reviewing all of the materials in your teaching kit. We will send you the teacher's contact information prior to the event so that we ask if you can contact your teacher and share your background and experience prior to J in the Day. Have a fun and rewarding experience and teach all the sessions that we ask you to and complete the class confirmation form at the end of the day. For the teacher, we ask that they remain in the classroom at all times, maintain classroom discipline and high expectations of their students. They're expected to supervise the students during breaks and help you with grouping, transitions, and anything else that you might need. All volunteers must complete and submit the JA volunteer sign-up form at this link. We ask that you coordinate with us to pick up your program kit or have us drop it off at a convenient location for you. If you have any dietary restrictions, please let us know since we will be providing lunch at each J in the Day event. Once you get your kit, please familiarize yourself with it and go through all the materials. Go through each session in the volunteer guidebook that's included in your kit. Highlight, underline, make notes. Review all of the activities, and if there are any videos that you need to show the kids, make sure that you know how to access them. J staff will send you your teacher's contact information prior to the event. Emails work best with teachers, so we ask that you email your teacher to introduce yourself and ask questions that might help you with your teaching day. Here's some suggested questions. Will you help me group the students for each activity? How should the students address you? By your first name, last name, or your preference? How's the classroom set up? Are there magnets they can use for the whiteboard to hang up any posters? What symbol, sign, or phrase do you use to get the students' attention? For example, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me is a common one for elementary school students. And when they hear that, they'll usually quiet down and focus their attention on you. If you would like to bring a treat or giveaway, make sure it's okay with the teacher, especially if it's something that is a snack. Make sure there's no allergies that you need to be aware of. And finally, are there any accommodations that you need to know? For example, are there a large number of English language learners or special needs students in the classroom? Prior to the event, we'll send you a logistics email with details about your day, including a schedule. The kindergarten and first grade sessions are 30 minutes long, and then the second through eighth grade sessions are 45 minutes long. You'll see that we built in a 5-minute break between each session. These break times are flexible. However, lunch times are usually set in stone. We do ask that you keep an eye on the clock so that you do take a break in between sessions. Maybe you can ask the teacher or your teaching partner to help you track time as well. Here are some teaching techniques and tips. Let the students know what they will be learning in each lesson so that you can focus their attention. Set a positive tone with the students. Use positive language to notice what is being done right. Expect respect. Definitely stop and reset and pause if you need to. When facilitating discussions, make sure you ask open-ended questions and maybe choose some of the students that are not always raising their hands. Use positive reinforcement. Write your name on the board when you arrive. Tell the students that the teacher will be there the whole time and can help with anything that comes up that you might not be able to help with. Tell students what you expect, that they raise their hands, take turns, and then follow through with those expectations. Give directions before splitting your kids into groups for group activities. And then finally, as I mentioned, lunch will be provided by JA. JA staff will send you a schedule for the day prior to the event. Like I mentioned, there's some flexibility, but lunch is at a fixed time. Please make sure you bring your driver's license or government-issued ID to the school office to check in when you arrive. If you are volunteering in a District 11 school, there will be a separate volunteer registration form for you to fill out. If there are any special parking instructions, we'll include that in our logistics email. And as a reminder, during breaks, the teacher is in charge of the students. The volunteers are encouraged to take a break and leave the classroom for a bit. When finished with the program, please complete the required confirmation form before leaving the school. If you have any extra parts and pieces in your teaching kit, offer them to the teacher, and if they don't want it, please give it to us so that we can use the materials to make new kits. Finally, remember that the students have no preconceived expectations of the day. Don't worry if you forget to say something. Just make sure you're prepared and have fun. What are your next steps? If you have a teaching partner, schedule a planning session with them and decide who will present which lesson and any contingency plans for illness or, for example, if something comes up at work. Contact your teacher before the event, prepare your lessons. If there's any activities that are marked extended or supplemental, don't worry about those for Jie in the day. There's a stack of certificates in your teaching kit. They're basically completion certificates. So if you can sign your name on each one, you can give those to your teacher in the morning and they can fill in the student names. It's fun to have a little graduation ceremony at the end of the day if you have time to pass out the certificates to each student. Finally, get lots of rest the night before, eat a good breakfast, and wear comfortable shoes since you'll probably be on your feet for most of the day. Here are some additional online training resources. There's JA Volunteer Self-Guided Training at this link, volunteer videos by program on the Junior Achievement USA YouTube channel. These videos are particularly helpful in showing you what to expect for each program. And then there's also the Prepare to Be Awesome training video for volunteers. A quick plug for one of our other one-day opportunities is called JA Finance Park. This program is delivered to students in the middle school and high school levels. It includes a teacher-led curriculum, and then it culminates in a volunteer-assisted life simulation day. On this day, students become an adult and make consumer decisions related to income, expenses, savings, taxes, and credit. Here are a couple of pictures of what JA Finance Park looks like. Volunteers assist the students in small groups through the simulation, guiding their budgeting and purchasing decisions for each category. We hope that you'll consider joining us at one of these fast-paced and fun events. So what's in it for you as the volunteer? It's giving back to the local community, supporting your social impact goals, team building and networking if you're volunteering with a group, name recognition and PR for yourself and your organization, and of course, having fun and making a difference. Thank you so much for listening to this training recording for JA in the Day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us.